Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 8th, 2024 New Moon Solar Eclipse reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all the good things that YouTube likes. So, thank you so very much for doing so. So, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. All right. So let's see the energy that crowns us. This is Temperance. So, Sagittarius, I love that Temperance comes forward because we're represented by Temperance in the major arcana. So, we are crowned by ourselves during this time, meaning that during the chaos, and it is going to be chaos of the solar eclipse, of the new moon. Now, this is a time of new beginnings. This is a time of fresh start. So, you might be saying, Dane, why are you talking about chaos here? That is because there is, okay. So with solar eclipse energy and solar eclipse, not solar eclipse, but eclipse season, okay, everything is unearthed. What was buried comes to the surface, and that's intense. Now, we also have the Sun, Mercury, Chiron, and the lunar nodes are all in Aries energy, all right? And this is enhanced by eclipse season. So the fiery energy of Aries comes forward. Then we have Mars conjunct Saturn. Now they're both in Pisces, but fiery Mars and boundary oriented Saturn clash together. Together. That was a weird way to say together. Clash together. And it starts to like build up tension. So here we have our energy coming forward, which is, Sagittarius, which is temperance, which is balance. We're ruled by Jupiter, the great enhancer of everything, right? So our energy enhances the best of this time, but it can also enhance the temper of this time. So let's see what next card is. This is the Queen of Wands. We are also represented by the wands in the minor arcana. Now, does the major arcana trump the minor arcana? Absolutely. But the major arcana here is telling us we're in balance. We're finding that we're also not seeing our magic. This is a time where we can be diminishing our own talents. We cannot be seeing ourselves correctly. We can be looking at what we want, what we desire. Our temper can definitely get the best of us during this time. The Wands energy is also fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, and of course us, Sagittarius, coming forward. Now, with Mars and Saturn being in Pisces, that soothes out the energy that, wants to combust with Mars and Saturn coming together. But also, with the energy of Mars in dreamy Pisces, our dreams can tend to have a bit of a bite to them, a bit of an edge to them. So do be mindful about that. Or we can get mad that we're not proceeding as quickly as we want to be. Now, with the Page of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if we're born on the cusp with Capricorn, if we have fire sign energy in our chart, Earth sign energy in our chart, that comes through very powerfully during this time. We're going to be students of the seeds being planted in our life and for ourselves, of the way that we want to move forward and what we're looking for. Now, we can also have conflict with fire sign energy in our life and in our chart, right? With the Queen of Wands. And the same can be said with the Page of Pentacles. We have conflict with earth sign energy in our chart or in our life. And this is also telling us that we are going to be a student, and it's going to be an unwilling student at that. We can also have very childish or children around us who are teaching us lessons, but my gosh, are we having to pull deep on our patience? So just being aware of that is going to be important, because you might be like, I should have a better control on my temper, or what the heck is going on here? We're always fighting. What is going on? It's the stars. Now, it doesn't mean losing your temper is okay, but losing your temper up to a certain point, is a very normal thing. So be kind to yourself. Right? We don't want to be too aggressive, most definitely, but be kind to yourself during this time. Stepping away and saying, I need to walk is going to be an important thing. With children, you can't really do that though. But, so here with the Six of Pentacles, everything isn't necessarily in balance. Now, temperance here, we're balanced and harmony. And with the Six of Pentacles, not everything is as balanced as we want it to be. And we're going to be seeing that during this time. We're going to be seeing that in ourselves, how we want to move forward in our lives, what we're looking for. And that imbalance can become frustrating to us. The High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is reversed, as are all the cards down here in the main part of the reading. And we can think, oh, that's unfair, but it's telling us that this is a tumultuous time, which it is. We're not going to see another time like this for another 375 years. The sun is not going to make this exact journey across the earth and this eclipse journey across the earth for another 375 years. And this is a time where our planets, the alignment of our planets can be speaking to us. Spirit can be speaking to us. Our angels can be speaking to us. We're not really listening. Why? Because we are so on edge. The fire, the passion, the anger can be so high, and it can be during this time. Oh, also during this time, just to kind of add to the fun of it all, Mercury is in retrograde on the 1st of April to the 25th of April. And what we're going to see here is that we had the shadow period before that. We'll have the post shadow period after that. And it can be really hard to listen to our intuition. This is going to be a time where working with spirit, working on spirit work, working with connecting with our angels, light work, energy work will be so important. And yet we can feel like it goes against our very being, because there's some sort of energy right now out there in the world that's like, stay mad, stay angry, stay bitter, stay, combative, just stay combative. And that's going to be something that we're fighting against, Sagittarius. We really are bringing in the harmony, bringing in the blessings, and saying no. It brings us then to the universe reversed. We can get really down on ourselves, Sagittarius. We really can, okay? This can be a time where we sit there, we look at everything that's wrong, and we look at the world, and we turn on our computers or flip open our phones and think, look at how perfect everybody is. I was just watching a video on YouTube on how TikTok videos and YouTube videos are all not all of them, but a lot of them are faked. They're not done in the sequence that people say they were. They weren't done on, the days that people said they were. So just knowing that what you see on the internet isn't true, that's important. That's important. And sometimes we need to remind ourselves, because we compare ourselves now not only to our neighbors, but we compare ourselves to the whole rest of the world. This isn't about the whole rest of the world. This is about your connection in your universe for yourself. And the universe right now is saying to you, it's not about the universe out there. It's not about how many people you connect with or how many friends you have or anything like that. It is about the universe within you, the way you connect to this life, the way that you hold the stardust in your veins. We are all made of stardust. We are all part of this universe, and it's holding that sacred space within ourselves to see ourselves. And that is going to be a huge challenge during the solar eclipse, during this new moon, during this time of new beginnings and fresh starts, to say, I deserve a new beginning and I deserve a fresh start. And how I do this, first and foremost, is by seeing myself. And we can be mad at ourselves, most definitely. We can be annoyed with either responsibilities, with what we're nurturing, with how we want things to move forward, the dreams that we have, the way that we feel that things aren't moving forward the way that we want them to. Things are out of balance, right? Acknowledging that and saying, okay, what steps can I take for myself to get myself in balance, to get myself harmonized? So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a rain cloud in the comment box below, because April showers bring May flowers, right? And a person will be chosen at random and announced on Sunday. So good luck to everyone. Hit the bell notification so you're notified when that video comes up. And yeah, I wish you all the very, very best. So let's see here, angels and spirit guides. Here we have family reversed. We can even find that, not even find, but usually when we start to have conflict in our lives, right? We usually have that conflict coming into the house and affecting our family. So here we can find that the home is where we're going to start, like the canary in the coal mine type of thing. It's going to be that warning energy that, hey, listen, I need things to be balanced. I need things to be harmonized. I need to see me. I need to look at what I love, what I want, what connects me with my family, either the family we were born into, the family that is around us and loves us, whatever it is, the family that we've created for ourselves. There's this connection. And if you're saying, Dane, I'm all alone, it is connecting with your spiritual family. Okay? It is connecting with spirit. It's opening up your heart to love and what you deeply desire. And it's saying, I'm calling in my blessings. That is going to be really important for this time and for yourself. So let's see here what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Grounding reverse. We can feel untethered. This is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our crown. And this is going to be a time where we need to nourish ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves, where we're not, I know this sounds really silly, but we're not feeding ourselves properly. Meaning that we're looking at everybody else, and everybody else will use the example of a cactus because they are, extreme in what they need to survive. Everybody else is a cactus, and you're an oak tree. You're not the same. You're not even close to being the same. Why are we pretending that a cactus is the same as an oak tree, or a cactus is the same as a rose bush, or a cactus is like all other plants, except they're not. They're like desert plants. So this is a time where we're looking at ourselves and saying, what do I need? Somebody might be telling you, oh, you're too sensitive. Oh, just buck it up. Oh, this doesn't matter. Oh, that doesn't matter to you. If it matters, then treat yourself accordingly. It's not curling in a bowl and not leaving your room, right? That doesn't help anybody. But it is saying to yourself, I need to move forward in a way that is right for my spirit, my soul, myself. And just because it isn't fitting in with others does not mean I need to be made to feel guilty. I need to be bullied into, just being like the rest of everybody, like being like the rest of everybody out there. I don't know why I had to repeat that. But here, it's don't follow the herd. Be who you are and stand in your energy. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. The Seven of Swords. This makes sense. During this time, when we have so much anger around us, we can really fall into lies, and we can find that we're drawn to consuming medias that feed lies, that feed anger, that feed hurt. And it doesn't mean that the media has to be lying. It means that it is distorting the way that we see things, okay? And that is hurting us. So if you're sitting there saying like, no, I get my news from a great source and everything like that, that's not what Spirit is saying here. It's if it's adding to your anger, which is distorting the way that you see the world, that is hindering you, that is lying to you, and that is holding you back. And this is going to be a time where you might just need to unplug. You might need to go, kind of radio silent for a little bit, like, keep your phone on for emergency purposes and to talk to your loved ones. Yes. But here, it's like, it's really time to be aware of what we're taking in to our mind, what we're taking into our spirit. There was one time I always say, like, don't listen to true crime podcast. Spirit always says that. And sometimes I just get pulled in. It's an interesting story. The person tells it so well. It's a bit spooky. You're a bit annoyed for one reason or another. And it kind of like, keeps you going in that energy. And I fell asleep to it. I can tell you, I had the worst night's sleep I have ever had with that. And it distorted my brain. It did. It hindered me. So just be mindful. Just be mindful of the way that you're taking in that information, because it can be just, I'm just putting out the facts. Right. Sure. But how is your body taking in those facts? How are you connecting with that? That's going to be a really important thing, because this is going to be a time when our tensions are high and our words really can sting. We have tremendous power. We have tremendous poise. Sagittarius, being ruled by Jupiter, it has luck around us. There's a blessing around a Sagittarius energy that just it's kind of like being born under a lucky star almost. And so here it's embracing that star quality. It's saying to yourself, I'm moving forward in my balance, in my harmony, filling my cup deeply of what my soul needs, of how I need to move forward for me, of what I'm seeing and where I need to be. And so, at the very essence of ourselves, we're seeing ourselves powerfully, openly, honestly. We're moving towards our truth and what we deeply desire in our lives. Now, temperance energy is about truth. That is one of the justice cards. Is temperance. The other justice card is, of course, the justice card. And here we find that the truth is very important to us. We want to know the whys and the how comes about everything. We want to dig deeper. We want to find the truth. Now, it might not be the, capital T, capital truth, type of thing. The truth for us needs to be the truth of our soul, needs to be the truth guiding us forward. We are going to have a burst of anger. Now, either we are going to have it or somebody around us has it. We can be pulled into a fight. Be very mindful of this, because once you have that burst, okay, once you have that big blow up, that eruption like a volcano, you're going to need to step back. You are, and you're going to need to calm yourself down, because that anger can just gain momentum, and become a very scary thing. So don't let that happen, because our anger can almost be like a wild animal within us. So we want to step back and we want to embrace calm. Now, if you're saying, Dane, I don't have this anger in me, then that is excellent. Be mindful of people around you who may have this anger building, and embrace as many calm things as you can do to ground you, to center you, and to have you seeing your passion. Because one of the things that is going on during this time, Sagittarius, is you're not seeing your fire. You're not seeing your passion. There's an ambivalence to life, to existence, to the way that you're moving forward. It's like, it doesn't really matter, or it's not going to work out, or, I can't believe I've wasted this much time, or look at all of this. The Queen of Wands reversed, okay, forgets her power. The Queen of Wands in the upright position is the holder of magic, the mother of secrets, the fire, the passion, the beauty, the hearth of the home type of magic. It is the everyday overlooked magic that if it was gone, it would change your world forever. So stop not seeing yourself, because it's part of the mundane, because it's part of the everyday world. It brings us to the Page of Pentacles reversed. We are a student of our prosperity, of our success, of our bounty, of our abundance. We might be being challenged during this time of planting our seeds, of building things forward. We might be going back to student level, where once we were at master level, right? We were master craftsmen, completely felt like we had our field down pat, and then something happens and we're back to basics. And it's like, what the heck? What the heck is this? The Page of Pentacles reversed can also be somebody in our life, usually a child or somebody who's really rather immature, teaching us valuable lessons. They may not see the lessons themselves, but they can be. But if they are a really immature person, it can be harder for them to see these lessons, but they're going to be teaching us a lot. We are looking at what we are building, how we want to move forward, and what we are seeing in our own existence. The Six of Pentacles reversed is things being out of balance. And during this time, as we look at what's out of balance, it has started from childhood. There is something here where we carried an idea about ourselves, where we thought a certain way about things, and now we're going to see that that was intrinsically out of balance with who we are. But we had to go through that path to be able to claim who we are now. And this is a time where the veil is being lifted from our eyes, the High Priestess reversed, and we're going to be seeing ourselves more clearly, but we are afraid. And during this eclipse, during this new moon, the new moon, a time of new beginnings, setting our intention and seeing from this new moon, in Aries, to the full moon in Aries, which I don't know how long a period of time that is. I don't know if it's 6 weeks or 6 months that it takes. I can't remember, and I don't know why that's flying out of my head, but we are going to see a transformation in ourselves. This is going to be a time where we feel like a warrior. And it can either be that we charge into battle, we just go for the jugular of things, or we step back and say, you know what? No, the warlike mentality is not for me. How do I move forward in peace, but let the fierceness of myself guide me, piercing the veil that I'm hiding from. starting to open up my eyes, because the high priestess reverse is saying, no, I want the cover back over my head. I don't want to be looking at this. I don't want to be doing this. This is too much. I'm too overwhelmed. Stop. And we're going to be seeing here that we need to reconnect with spirit. Now, it could be taking Epsom salt baths. It can be, meditating would be highly beneficial. It can be connecting with the earth, standing on the ground, barefoot. Whatever it is that we like to do to connect to spirit is going to need to be done during this time. And it's leading us to the universe reversed. We are this ephemeral being right here, made of snow, made of air, just absolutely beautiful. No hold bars to us. And we can say, Dane, I have bars to me. I have responsibilities. I have things that need to be done. But our spirit, okay, our imagination, our spirit, our soul is boundless. Okay? And with the universe reversed, it is not talking about our physical body. It is talking about our spiritual body. And it is saying here, I do not have boundaries, but I am also not looking at everybody else. I am looking at myself. What do I need? What do I desire? What do I want? It sounds really selfish to say I, but we're crowned with I right here. We're crowned with Sagittarius. And as we're looking at what we want, it's not about jet setting. It's not about, doing big extravagant things. This is going to be a time starting on the 8th of April where we start to look at very small things that others might scoff at, that might seem like drudgery at times, but are going to balance our world and open up our soul. And then the magic comes in. And then the veil gets lifted from our eyes. Then we start to see things in a way that we hadn't imagined it could be. And we find our fire again. And we plant our seeds of abundance and we watch them grow. We watch ourselves step into our power and see where it is that we want to be. Our subconscious spirit message is harmony reversed, which is hysterical because temperance is harmony, right? So subconsciously, we feel like even though we have the power of ourselves here, we're out of balance with ourselves. We're not. Well, we are, but we're not. We're not. It's like we've lost the plot just a little bit, but we're not as far off as we think we are. It brings us to our chakra message, which is personal power reverse. This is the solar plexus chakra. We need to connect with our gut. We need to listen to our inner voice. We need to see our power, see our relevance, see our determination, and move forward. We also need to listen to our body, especially when it comes to our diet, when it comes to our health, because our body's going to be talking to us and we're going to be like, oh, silly body, I love eating this, or I love drinking this, or I love doing this, that our body is telling us, no, I don't like it. So just be aware of this energy right here. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the 5 of Swords. We're going to be entering into a place that we were before. We're either going to be talking to people that we've spoken to before or that we knew once upon a time. And this can really make us feel like that person again, right? We're not the same person that we once were. We can be in situations, fights, battles, feeling dismissed. And it can bring us right back to a place where we felt small, where we felt weak. We are not the person that we once were in a situation where we could not defend ourselves. This is going to be a time where we reclaim our voice, we reclaim our power, we look at what it is that we want, and we open up the door to winning, to succeeding. There's a fear here of success in the 5 of Swords, which is funny because 5 is a freedom number. All right. We're all about the freedom with the number 5. And yet with the 5 of Swords, we're afraid of the freedom. We're afraid of being somebody other than the way that we had started to think of ourselves when we were small. And it brings us then to the 7 of Cups. We've been afraid to dream. We've been afraid to let ourselves dream, to open up to our dreams, to move forward in our passion and our power, to let our dreams be a part of us, and to let ourselves transform just like the butterflies here. And so during this time, we're beginning to connect with our dreams again. We're beginning to connect with ourselves again. We're seeing ourselves spread our wings, look at what we desire, look at what we want, open up the doors to who we are. Our dreams do not need to be put on the shelf and never touched. Because when we tried to, once upon a time, it didn't work. And this could be exactly. That's exactly what the Five of Swords is saying here, when we're told to be mindful. And then the Seven of Cups, it's like, be mindful. We're going to treat our dreams like we had them when things didn't work out, when that relationship failed, when, your work didn't get seen, when somebody laughed at you, when, you didn't get that promotion, when you got fired, when whatever happened that was traumatic happened. You shelved that dream, or you said, oh, that dream's silly, and you gave up on you. Your dream may not come forward the exact way that you have had it. That's okay, because our knowledge, our ideas, they're limited, and spirits are endless. But now we're starting to say to ourselves, why not transform? Why not embrace? It's time. And that's going to be a really scary thing, but a really beautiful thing that comes out of this solar eclipse and this new moon. And also out of Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde brings to the surface what needs to be said and that nobody wants to say. Now it comes out a little bit too angry, a little bit too combative. Yeah, absolutely. But at least it comes out. And that's going to be a huge thing. All right. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this rare time, and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.